So when you have multiple career goals floating around, so as an example, I want to move up one level. I want to be more strategic. I want to be more influential. It's not that you lack direction or ambition. You haven't structured your goal in a way that leaders can understand or support. And that doesn't just affect you, it also affects your allies, your managers, and any sponsor who might otherwise be advocating for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to consolidate your career goals. That's going to make sense for you, and it's going to signal the right kind of value that organizations are looking for today. If your career goal feels unclear, or maybe you have too many of them, it's not wrong, but it's just a lot of noise. And that type of noise for you could be a signal of overthinking, or maybe it's a signal or uncertainty around what you should be prioritizing, and difficulty deciding what type of experience that you should be pursuing. On the other hand, for leaders and sponsors, it shows up a little bit differently. What they hear is perhaps your ambition is fragmented, your direction is unclear, they don't know how to read your potential. And when your goal is unclear, it's actually going to be very difficult for others to help you move towards that particular goal. So in my previous video, I asked you to do something called the 6-box activity. And the 6-box is specifically designed for high potential employees so that they can move to the next level more predictably. And the purpose isn't necessarily to force someone to be more clear about their career goals, but it's going to help people get everything onto a piece of paper. Because the more goals that you align to that 6-box activity, the more that you realize there's going to be overlaps in not just the goals themselves, but the mindsets and the behaviors that's going to be required for someone to achieve that goal. As an example, if your goal was to move up one level, if it was to become more strategic, it's to be more influential in rooms where you've been lacking visibility, you map these goals across that 6-box, and what's going to realize is that the mindset that you need, the actions that you need to take to get to all of the goals that you've outlined are remarkably the same. So that's really a light bulb moment because it shows that you don't need to have multiple goals. You have to have one core direction and express it in a language that's going to be tangible for leaders to support. So imagine yourself going into a career development conversation and you're like, okay, boss, I want to move up. I want to be more strategic. I want to show more influence. I want to have a bigger team. I want to have more say in these business decisions. And what you're doing is you're asking your leader to basically integrate for you. And most of them won't. And not because they don't care. It's just a lot of heavy lifting that you should be doing yourself because you're the driver of your own career goals. On top of that, and recording this in 2026, what we're seeing in the job market, especially from last year, is that there were a lot of layoffs. There were a lot of restructuring, a lot of relayering in the organization. And whomever is left in those organizations are expected to do more in terms of responsibilities and skill sets that they've never had before. A lot of people are operating at a slightly higher level than they were just so that they're able to cover the basis of what was left of that restructuring. So the key consistent context from last year is that organizations are looking for people who are agile. And in fact, a lot of HR and talent management reports are saying a lot of CEOs today deem the capability of being agile to be the most critical for their employees so that the business can be successful. So agility is really about adaptation. It's about being able to reprioritize. It's being able to think across boundaries, have influence without authority, and operating at a different level. So when you articulate your career goal today, it should signal a goal that is agile. So instead of having separate goals, the consolidation with that agility in mind is going to sound like, my goal is to operate consistently at the next level with a more strategic enterprise-wide lens and greater influence on outcomes. So this goal does a few things all at once. It shows progression, it signals that you are agile, it connects the mindset, the impact, and the behavior. And it gives leaders something concrete to respond to so that they can support you and sponsor you in rooms where you're not present. So when you walk into your next career development conversation with your leader, reframe and consolidate your goals with agility in mind. And what this does is that your manager won't have to second guess what you're trying to achieve. Your sponsor will know what to look out for, and you're going to have a clear direction that's going to provide you with the right opportunities. So in the next video, we're going to talk about experiences. And you can't define those experiences until your goal is clear because you need to understand where you're moving towards. So we're going to break down what are some of the key experiences that's going to get you to the career goal and how to get support behind those actions. I will see you in the next video.